And we're back as Yaku has some background noise.
No. It's catching it now. I was thinking, can I get away with turning my fan on? Because sometimes... Yeah, no. Well, it's fine.
Alright, we are getting ready to go into our first semi-final of the day. It's going to be between Vivid and Weeboo. Another PvZ.
Yeah. Favorite matchup. It's a sick long TVC going... Sure versus Demi.
Yeah. It still is going on, I assume.
Yeah. Apparently. Every day are both in game. So what... Plot twist, it's all game one. Alright.
That's the sick hour-long TVZ, alright. Good luck, have fun, has been called, as we are going to be prepared to be Zen on this map.
And our love TVC, actually, according to Light.
Our love to you.
Apparently, yeah. And our love. The hour of love.
TVC. Hey, Azir did come third in the OCE WSG qualifiers. He did beat Probe, which is quite impressive. But unfortunately, ultimately did fall to Risky and then Probe again in the losers final.
Rematch curse. Well, I mean, it's not really a curse. Yeah. It's more about adaptability. So.
Yeah, well, other than that, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Zen, where the monks sit and read and get ready to whoop your ass in Shaolin. And spawning in the bottom left, the Red Zerg, formerly of OC Elite from Australia. It's the Piranha Vivid. And spawning in the top right, the Protoss. Currently teamless at the moment from Vietnam. This is Weeboo.
But currently playing on his Alienware. So you know him now. Yeah. It's an interesting location for a Protoss to wall, I would say. Or a Protoss player to wall, I would say.
Yeah, well, not specifically on this map, per se.
Right. Maybe I'm just thinking too... Oh yeah, no, never mind. This is way too big a gap. I was thinking, what if you just wall at the third and then you can get your third base, right?
Yeah.
Turns out I'm blind, so... But I think we all knew that, really.
Yeah. Well, the probe is done harassing. Did you honestly explain, like, why they're walling off there? Did you figure out?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
But this is also an interesting location to have a wall, if that's if you are gamingdell right now and placing down a proxy pylon. I'm assuming to make a proxy wall.
Yes, definitely proxy wall and not a proxy Stargate.
Stargate can be part of the wall.
Yeah, it can be. Trident can be sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting the lingo. Now, this is what we saw gamingdell try to do, or Weeboo try to do, versus Whatopia, but didn't exactly come into fruition. Whatopia with a very decisive, I should say, Link Flood.
Yeah.
So we'll see if gamingdell can actually get what he wants to do this time.
Well, it seems like he will be able to. There's no Ling response. It's just gonna be immediate proxy Oracle.
The good old catastrats, as they do like to call them.
Yeah.
A little bit ballsy going for oracles in their current state, but what else are you really gonna do with a proxy Stargate? Phoenixes? Yeah, I gotta build Phoenixes out of that.
Void Rays.
Void Rays, naturally.
Yeah.
No, not versus Zerg, probably.
I mean, especially since there's no Oh, look. gamingdell. Unfortunately, he targeted the queen for a bit, so didn't get as many drones as he wanted. So we should start seeing our spores going up into the mineral lines now that he knows that there's at least a Stargate.
I mean...
And he's gonna see, wait, it's not in the main. Oh crap, it's a proxy Stargate. As the second Oracle is gonna be made now. Oh, it gets found.
That he does. This Oracle will still be able to pop out in time though. And all things considered, gamingdell, he's keeping... He didn't get quite the amount of kills that he wanted to on these Oracles, but he's kept them alive. And now he's targeting the right things, or rather having the queen target the right Oracles, takes a queen down.
And now is just spreading the laser love. The disco balls have been activated. 8, 9, 10 drones getting killed off into that main. Already the economy of Vivid suffering a little bit. Still no queen at this third location / his natural. And
then only now has the spore gone down, but I don't think gamingdell has realized the opportunity there.
I think he's out of energy anyway, so he can't really go across as
gamingdell has
push
walled
back
off.
Out. Yeah, has walled off. I just realized I put this into Singapore. It's supposed to be Australia. Oops.
Well, we can alternate it later on. It's fine.
Yeah. Model has come out now.
Yep.
As well as Twilight Council being finished off. And just keep on going back and forth between these two entrances.
Yep, he's drawing away the firepower from the main wall into that other wall. But that doesn't really matter when, you know, you are on top of your force fields. You already have an adept blocking that hole. Vivid's just gonna retreat and try to go into something else. Or find another way to break him. Which seems to be roaches with Galauer Constitution.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Pick off of the transferring Problade. No support in this mineral line to help out. Just a couple of queens. Getting those oracles to very low health.
I always respect the queen. This is what I say. These oracles are in a little bit between a rock and a hard place right now. Vivid just sort of, he's annoyed. You can kind of sense that Vivid's a little annoyed right now.
He's like, I can't break him. Well, he could possibly find the army here, the Soul Train, in effect.
That he does, but I don't think he really wants to go into that just yet. Doesn't have the amount of links that he needs. But I think he realizes that if the army is there, then there can be nothing to defend.
Yeah, and looks like gamingdell is just going to keep on pushing. Does warp in a bit at home to try and give the advantage for the depths. But they are targeting the same Zerglings, so not really spreading their firepower to be as effective as they can be. As another old school Archon's getting warped in. Does have the roaches, has got the Ravagers morphing, but is it going to be enough in time? Guardian Shield being popped here. And, a nice force field! Gotta separate the Ravagers who had just spawned. Only one Ravager remaining.
You see the
Lings do pop.
Yep, we see the Lings coming in from behind, but unfortunately running straight to an Archon. This is such a dangerous position right now.
Yeah, 2 Lings, and here comes the Oracles to help with the damage. Going straight onto that Ravager. To help, and I think this may be the first game of the series. GG is gonna be called.
Hashtag the power of Alienware. Let's take a look at our... Let's go ahead and refresh the bracket. Quick. Alright, no updates.
Demi telling Light to check his DMs.
Hashtag called out.
Going on to Australia. Vivid.
Yep, will be Vivid's map choice.
Oh wow, it's almost 7 o'clock already. Jeez.
Nice.
Nice.
I guess it balances it out, right? Demi and Azure in their long TVZ, but then on the other side of the bracket, Vivid just tearing through the CVZs. But they're getting a little bit... matey!
Mm-hmm.
Getting a little bit stymied now versus gamingdell, or Weeboo. And I guess that's what happens when gamingdell is able to get his whatchamacallit.
His proxy off.
Yeah, there we go. Guess that's why you need to link flood Weeboo. I ain't saying nothing Vivid, but you know, if we look at Watopia and when gamingdell won his game or lost his game. No wait, when gamingdell went for the Stargate, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
I know words. I know words. You got it? Yeah. Yeah. Got it all. And you can have it all. Alright, the score has been updated. And we do see... 1. Yep. See now...
Demi.
That was gonna be one heck of a TVZ, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But Demi
now
has...
there's no Terrans left.
Yeah.
Both semifinals are gonna be PVZ.
Ah. For a PvP finals.
That means Demi will have to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. As we all know, that is not quite possible. Not yet possible, I should say.
Anyway, speaking of being successful, we are now into Simulacrum for this second game of this series. And spawning in the bottom right, the Red Zerg from League of OSC Elite. Representing Australia, this is Vivid.
Ron himself.
And spawning in the top left, the Protoss. From Vietnam, it's Weeboo.
Early on his Alienware. Owned by gamingdell.
But yeah, both seems to be stand at the moment. No shenanigans as of yet from Weeboo.
Yeah. None that we've come to expect anyway.
I mean, he still has the probe out. Still don't know whether it's going to be a proxy or not.
Alright, we gotta watch this.
But this map doesn't really have a bit of too many really proxy locations that are like.
I mean, you could
really
proxy. You could proxy a hatchery at the third base location, as you did see earlier.
I'm talking about proxying a pylon, but okay, and stuff. But you know.
Yeah.
I guess proxying a
hatchery at the third base location.
Looks to be just more.
Go home.
Looks to be more standard. Going to be Nexus before Core here. After Weeboo did see it was Hatch first from Vivid. 4 Lings going across the thing. Going to be made here by Vivid. Trying to do a bit of scouting, maybe some dissuasion. As that probe there, at that third, being a little suspicious. No, he's just going to be coming in for another scout, going to be chased away by these Lings. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what the tech path of Weeboo is going to be.
Robo first?
It's going to be Robo. In the wall. Okay, they're going for that second gateway. Interesting.
I smell what we all
Smoke.
smell. That's so...
Train.
This is always happened on this map!
What? Yeah,
An unexpected fatal error has occurred.
It does.
Only happens on Simulacrum. Alright, I guess we're going back to our correspondent, Quirky.
Yes, we are.
Wait for the timer to go down.
30 seconds left.
I've noticed that it's only happened on Simulacrum.
Yeah. Just gonna ban the entire map from tournament just because Yaku can't cast it.
That's all you need to know. That was a robo.
Alright.
Alright, our players are ready. Our casters are ready. Now we wait for our viewers to be ready as we resume from the replay.
Boop.
I had a mini heart attack when the music stopped, but I realized that's just because it's a replay. Yep, it just needs to go back into, go through all of the things. We get to see Kerrigan and Raynor and Artanis as we load
Look at them. Look at them.
Look at me. Look at me, Hector.
Look at me. I am the captain now. Alright. That was weird.
Are we ready?
Okay.
Did you not make either of us ref? Well, it's fine. I will. Well,
I think I made you ref. Yeah, I think I made you ref. Alright.
Well, give it a part of me anyways. Alright, spotting in the bottom. Nope. Not gonna do that again.
I'll just do a quick one. Spawning in the bottom right is Vivid, and spawning in the top left, it is Weeberry / gamingdell. So, did see that now.
Yep.
Vivid did go for a bit of a Lynx, has now got the Robo done. Vivid going for his third.
gamingdell once again going for that Warp Prism.
Let's play a lot with his Warp Prisms.
I mean, mana culture, it is the OP umbrella, as you do say. I mean, it's pretty essential, I would say, for, you know, to be, I don't want to say a good Protoss player, but, you know, if...
Yeah.
It's one of the fundamental... Or unit, I guess?
Yeah.
It's also
So they either get rid of it or just, you know...
It's also really versatile.
But Vivid should know that a Warp Prism is now out.
Yep, gamingdell once again going for... Yeah, if you notice, he tends to go for this sort of Overlords or Stalker clearing with the Overlord clearing with the Stalkers. Thank you, Brain.
Yes. No, it's Stalker clearing with the Overlords, you know.
Yeah. It's when you that's when you put creep on them. And they just say, oh, I don't want to be here anymore.
And just like, yuck.
Just get me out of here, man. But in the meantime, we do just see our players starting to ramp it up.
Robo, they getting started here for Weebu, as well as an Immortal production starting as well, coupled with depths as well, so maybe going into a Soul Train again.
Yeah, it could be a Soul Train with Warp Prism speed, although I think what could be... Oh, there we go.
It's Disruptor drop again.
That is what it is. We'll still get that Warp Prism speed though, which you do kind of want to have when you're going for a Disruptor drop. Now, how will Vivid respond to this compared to what Topia is going to be the question.
Well, Vivid did see that it was a Robo support base, so he doesn't know what exactly is going to be coming out of the Robo, so he needs to find out as soon as he can what it is. We'll get time to cancel this third.
And he might, yep, he does get the cancel.
Yeah.
We're being chased away.
Still doesn't know what's coming out of the Robo, so...
Well, I would say that Roach Ravager is a safe bet to get, regardless if you know that your opponent's going for... It's going to be either Colossus, which Roaches are pretty good against, or it's going to be Disruptors, which
you can split.
Yeah.
You're right. Which
Any
I'm pretty
unit's
sure
as good
he
as another,
does.
in that case.
Oh, yeah. He does have break speed, so he can split them to be quite effective. Now, Warp Prism going to be spotted out here by the Overlord. Now, how does Vivid respond to this? He's not really looking, because there's a push going into that third right now. Purification over straight into the lane! And just manages to pick it up. 9 drones go down, but that main push of Vivid is doing so much work. The Immortal's already down. Weebrew not really paying attention to this main push.
This is just way too much Zerg here from Vivid. A lot of these shots are being...
overs.
But...
the purification overs are up, so they expect...
but the splits are pretty dang good from Vivid as well.
And losing Run Ravager. Baal's going down onto the pylons. Stop production. No more Immortals.
GG.
No more anything. GG is called. And Vivid's going to start the series. Be 1-1.
Ooh, boy. That was a response. I'll give you that. Best part about that is now we will have no Simulacrum in the rest of the series.
Yay! Alrighty.
Right. We're going to a race match. Triton is going to be our next match coming from gamingdell. Suppose I'll make a lot of... wait, this should be on Singapore?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Slide.
What?
Oh, I just saw that.
Right.
I'm just messaging him.
Ah. Alright.
Know what the next map is gonna be?
Triton. He PM'd me.
Triton. Okay, cool.
Oh, let's go down to there. You go there. You go there. Wunderperfect. And will Triton obviously being the most tritiest of the tons, or the tritiest of the tons.
Yep.
I'm still racking my head thinking, that might be. I mean, there's like a U right at the bottom.
What?
Yeah. It's like. That U could kind of be like Triton-esque. Like a 3-prong thing, yeah?
No.
Yeah, I mean... If you go into the dictionary and redefine what a Triton is, then that would be, yeah, that shape would be a Triton.
Trident.
Yeah!
Whatever. Alright guys, welcome to Trident. The most confusing map in all of the map pool, because there's no connection to whatever there is to the map. Unless I'm missing something. Wait, no, Trident I think is one of the moons of Jupiter, and it's like snow covered.
Yeah!
I think that's the connection.
There we go.
I think that's a connection.
There we go.
Alrighty. So, spawning in the bottom right, the Red Zerg, trying to look to go to his second ever GPO Grand Finals. It's Vivid.
Ryan himself.
And spawning in the top left, the Purple Protoss, trying to make to his first ever Grand Platypus Open Grand Finals. It's Weeboo, otherwise known as gamingdell, playing on his Alienware.
Alright, the stakes are to be had, or the stakes are highest, I should say, on the ace match. I don't think either player really wants to risk anything right now. Still being a little threatening with his probe, though. Could be the most potential for being the most dangerous unit in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Brood War Probe, which is the most deadliest unit in the game of Brood War.
But it tries.
But it tries, and it's going to keep trying to make sure that that Fed is not going to be taken anytime soon.
It tries a ton.
So that's supposed to be a hunt on Triton. Yeah. Didn't really work.
I amused myself. And we once again see a Stargate, but this time not proxy.
Ooh.
I'm
gonna be in his main.
Yep. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call Phoenix's if it's gonna be in the main.
I'm gonna call Phoenix into Oracle.
Ooh,
Gonna be that free Oracle play, you know.
Yeah, that's a possibility as well. But we will await rather, with bated breath.
Oh, they let the bird go.
How nice of them.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's nice. So, like,
a good turn.
It's like, you know what? You can live. But the Fed now being taken by... Well, that Fed now being taken by Vivid. It's going to be Phoenix first. I had to see whether it's going to be a second Phoenix. It's going to be the Phoenix. Oh. Lings didn't exactly get into the base. Vivid now checking to make sure that there's no proxies that can threaten his
he knows. He's aware of who he's up against.
And so far it's just one Phoenix out of that Stargate. Come on. Okay, it's second Phoenix. You called it. It might be Mass Phoenix. Now, whether this Overlord's going to see it or not, that's going to be the question. I don't think he
does see.
He will. He will know that it's a Stargate.
Yeah,
but
he does know that there's at least one Phoenix out. But regardless, Vivid will likely get spores. Yep, he's starting to get spores in his Mineral 9s. I guess you should just get spores regardless, really. Whether it's Phoenixes or Oracles. But
that's why
what I'm saying is, yeah. But you can get away with not making... No, actually you can't. I'm saying from the perspective of the Protoss, it's less annoying to deal with spores when you're going Phoenix rather than when you're going Oracles. Or maybe not, now that I think about it, because Oracles... They don't have to stand in place when they lift things up and kill things, so you don't have to immobilize yourself with Immortals. Immortals? No, Oracles is what I'm saying. Well, you kind of do when you're shooting out your beams, but that's a pretty quick beam. It has bonuses versus light armor tag. And after that, you can really just go around. Oracles are pretty fast, so they can avoid the spore before it does any real major damage. What I'm saying is, just get spores. Get spores is what I'm saying. If you're a Zerg player and you know that your Protoss opponent is going for a Stargate. Red Mass Phoenixes are out, and now Vivid going for the Tic Tacs, Glaives.
Tic Tacs. Yo, those Tic Tacs though. Does not look like a Tic Tac. I mean, I can see why he looks like it, but does not look like a Tic Tac.
Yeah, it looks more like a tactic.
Yeah. StarCraft Tactics coming to a PC near you.
Coming to a mobile device from you. Yeah, there's some 2016 strategies coming down from gamingdell. Not seen Phoenix adeptly used in a long time. But as we do see, can work. Oh, just missing the shots here. And actually just about killing the lifting Phoenixes.
Yeah, but there's no more energy on these Phoenixes except for one. And transfuses are there for Vivid. Meanwhile, the Glaive Adepts.
All of those queens lived.
Now roaches are out for Vivid, and he can just march across this map and, to be honest, there's nothing that can really stop him.
Yeah, we'll see what Alienware? No, gamingdell has right now. He's got Adepts and an Immortal on the way, but that's it. He's lost his Sky Army. He's lost the Adepts. And when you have this many Lings, you're not worried about Adepts, but even if you are, roaches, they're coming back. I'm not exaggerating when I say that gamingdell's last hope here will be these Phoenixes. But even then, it's not much more than just that hope.
Yeah.
So the Lings do get in and surround the Immortal.
Oh, meanwhile the rest of the army does jump up into these Adept Stalker army. Where are the pickups? There's the pickups from the Phoenixes, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Force field going down to try and separate the forces, but the Lings do sneak into the natural and start wrecking havoc. More Lings flooding in. Shield batteries at this fair trying to help out in this fight, but it's not going to be enough. Now it's just sentries. And Stalkers left. Roaches do get surrounded on. Another Immortal is there. Another pickup onto a Roach. More Roaches streaming in. Still no Roach speed. 26 Lings getting picked up, and I think Weebu has hold for now.
Yeah. Gonna say. We'll see how that holds up versus
Lings.
Yeah, we'll see how that holds up versus these Lings marching across the map now, though. What's that? 20 Zerglings, I believe. 37 even.
37.
And
37 Lings with. But he has got charge for these charge lots, so.
Yeah, he does, but he.
Not the West, but oh!
That's why you don't bring a Zealot to an Adept party. Lings in the main. Meanwhile, the Roaches once again gonna be harassing this third. I think Vivid has done it.
Yeah, 16 probes already going down. 19, make that 19 now, but the army of Weebury is there to help clear out the Roaches and Lings, but the Lings in the main still doing massive amounts of work.
Yeah, absolutely. This infrastructure is completely undefended. Weebu does move back, but actually he doesn't move everything back. He's expecting the Roaches to return. These Lings are just having the time of their lives right now.
Yeah, +1 attack getting started here. Didn't get cancelled by the Lings, but you know, that's all good.
He's getting his third and his fourth simultaneously. No, never mind. That is, he's getting his fourth and a macro hatch simultaneously, I should say.
Yeah.
I think Vivid has just gotten some momentum on his snowball, and now he's about to avalanche into a victory.
And they're sending a lot of Lings to go harass. Pegasus is going to be coming in, trying to pick off some drones or some overlords, but the Queens are there to help get rid. To shoo them away. Be like, no, silly Phoenix-ish.
Tricks are for kids.
Tricks are for kids.
Alright, that move out is coming down once again from Vivid, but actually not deciding to go for it in the end. It's gonna wait a little bit for, I'm guessing, +2, maybe? Or his Baneling Nest, more likely.
Yeah, Baneling Nest. Because imagine that many Lings there, and the top right. Transform into Banelings. With speed.
All
he's got to wait for speed
in.
for that.
Yeah, he's gonna have to wait for speed for that, but
yeah,
he's got some time. Actually, gonna go for some Dropper Lords as well.
Oh, Baneling drops. Yes.
Could definitely be what it takes, but it looks like he's going for the Roaches for now, so it seems more likely that he's gonna go for a multi-prong main and a third.
Oh my god. And the Phoenixes are away, like on the other side of the map, so not really the best. And humanized Carapace is going to be done, so Overlord Speed will be finishing, so these Dropper Lords will be coming with their roaches, being like little Santa Clauses and dropping off their presents.
My mind went somewhere a little bit different when I was thinking of dropping, but we are on Triton, the more winter-themed map. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, and don't worry about anything. Overlord's coming in like basically seems like it's a banner, really, and that's a lot of banelings, I gotta say. Lings are starting to go into the third. I'm gonna draw the attention away. Gonna draw the attention of gamingdell's army away from this. And Vivid just gonna Vivid just gonna wait a little bit for his roaches to drop into the main. There are already 2 colossi out. Where are they? Yep, with the main army.
Oh, Baneling drops onto the army as well. Gotta be saying up there are Colossus here to deal with the amount of leads, but here comes the Dropper Lords. The army.
Dropper Lords
do
from not care about your force fields, and this actually also considered a lot of army has been separated here and killed.
But the drop.
The drop is doing way
lot,
too much right now.
Kills. And links into that third as well.
gamingdell just getting picked apart right now. He doesn't know where to defend.
Alright.
This should just about be it. All of these corrosive vials getting fantastic connections.
Yeah.
And this is
looks to be gonna get full.
The middle of the end. 2 more Colossus did pop out from Weebu though. I'm thinking this is his last hope of holding this. Can definitely do so if Vivid went for a more Ling heavy composition, but it is just about the roaches now. Going to that Spire tech as well.
Yeah, I was about to point that out. The Spire getting started here.
gamingdell trying for the counterattack, and I don't really see this accomplishing too much. But it's gonna be the final stand.
Oh, yeah,
but
another roach drop.
Stand, you may as well.
Yeah, another roach drop going into that main. Try and see whether Vivid wants it to like disrupt the whole production.
Yep, gamingdell has seen this and he turns around.
Yeah. Turns around, gonna pick off.
Is that a solar pylon? Or Tosis pylon?
No. There's for most of that stuff,
a lot of it. 1 robo. That's the only thing that's still standing or still powered right now.
It's that 1 robo.
Right, these armies are starting to posture around. Vivid knows that he's going for the counterattack, or his opponent's going for the counterattack. We'll try to reposition accordingly. They could meet here. So Roach force. But again, it's really just drawing. I feel like Vivid might be being a little bit overly cautious, but at the same time, I suppose, if you really don't want to throw a lead, don't throw a lead. Yeah.
But yeah, generally, if these 2 armies meet, and there's a Ling run by happening as well. It reminds me of Raynor versus Classic back in the GSL day, and now both Robos are depowered. If we can just go along and just depower everything. Yeah. A Ling run by into the third, 19 probes getting killed as well.
There is but 5 probes left for gamingdell.
2, 1. Where is that 1 probe?
Trying to get up this ramp. Nice force fields, but I don't think it's going to be enough, especially not with the corrosive vials. This is gamingdell's final stand, man. GG.
And I don't think it's going to be GG. It's going to be cold.
And Vivid, the Piranha himself, going to be moving on to his second ever GPO finals, as Light invites me to a lobby.
Yeah, you can't invite me because I joined from friends list. Haha. Sucker. Oh, cool. Right. Light's muted.
That he is. Probably for the best.
Are you going to work or what's going on?
Yes, I'm going to work.
Okay.
That's alright. Unfortunately, got called in. I really hated it. They really, yeah.
I'm here to relieve
one
you.
left. You're the only one who can save the operation.
I wish I was a surgeon, but anyway, good luck, have fun. I'm gonna predict Demi's gonna win again.
So a little faith, man, in the #1 player from Hong Kong.
That is true. Alright, with that, have fun, guys.
You too. Bye.
All right. Yeah. So how have the games been, Yaku?
A lot of PvC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have a finalist that we haven't had for a while. Like, it was kind of surprising. It was kind of surprising seeing the bracket and Vivid 2-0 me and Micah. Like, that was like, whoa, what's going on?
Well, as we all know, Mia Micah is... No, I can't say that on stream.
I would say he's the best.
I was just gonna say he's busy. I was saying, man, Milk would let him ladder. Unfortunately,
do you have casting tool ready?
Yes, I do, and by that I mean both of these players are teamless. So, speaking of teamless, like, you gonna do intros?
No.
Okay. We are here on Zen. LE, of course, standing for liquidated emulsification. Liquidated emulsification. That's a thing when you have eggs and you put it in the thing. No, liquidated emulsification is more like water-soluble vitamins. That would be every vitamin that's not A, D, E, or K. So vitamins, every sort of B vitamin. You'll also have the C vitamins as well as the other ones. Yeah, liquidated emulsification. That's where we go. In the bottom left-hand corner, I'm not sweating. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg representing the nation of India, the lucky number 13 time GPO champion, looking to make his 14th in a row. Representing OSC, but currently teamless, we have Demi. And in the top right-hand corner of the map, starting in the top right-hand corner of the map, the Pink Brotas, currently the #1 player from Hong Kong, although we'll see how that changes. Gogo Joey is currently in China for WSG. As I called out, we have currently teamless, but representing Hong Kong, Beastork.
All right, here we go. And yeah, like I didn't really get to talk much about it, but we've had a pretty interesting bracket today. Like,
it's
you know, we had.
It's my favorite bracket because by the time we got to the semifinals, all of the participants were teamless, so I didn't have to change anything in casting tool.
Nice. If by the way, team owners, if you're watching this, look at all these teamless players. I want to help
adopt
Seed
them.
out.
Yeah, just adopt them. There are any rich Chinese billionaires who are crazy about StarCraft and also in parentheses crazy rich.
Get in touch, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, like it's been pretty sick. You know, we had a classic Azure versus Demi matchup, which unfortunately we didn't get to see. Yeah, but
you say series, unfortunately, but the series was like 2 hours long, so
it was insanely long. And to be fair, you know, I'm always up for casting Azure versus Demi, even if it is like a mech series. It's fine. Like, it's always a treat. But yeah, like another regular series that we get into is, you know, right here, Beastork versus Demi. Like, these guys, they've played against each other quite a few times here in GPO.
That they have. I think it will come as a surprise to no one that Demi usually has the upper hand in their head-to-head. But we'll see how this changes. Beastork, he's not tied down anymore in qualifiers, so he can devote everything against the Shark. We'll see how he's prepared.
For sure, for sure. And, you know, especially with the new patch coming out a couple of weeks ago, like, you know, things, you know, can change. Like, you know, people are still figuring out builds and everyone's kind of getting back into the game. So, you know, we could see like a kind of dynamic shift happen when it comes to the hierarchy of GPO coming into 2020.
That indeed we could. Speaking of,
or we could just see Demi dominate everyone.
Look, he has a mission. He has to make up that 10K prize pool from that Indian Invitational.
That's yeah.
That's his goal for GPO. Yeah.
Rip. For those who don't know, there was like an Indian Pro League tournament, and for some reason Demi wasn't involved in it.
Yeah, I think it was an invitee only event.
Yes, yeah, there were no qualifiers.
Yeah, Demi was not invited. So
yeah, Demi being a little bit greedy here, not getting any spores and losing 3 workers to this Oracle. It's pretty good.
Well, pretty good for B-Stork.
Yeah, B-Stork getting some damage done here.
And he's gonna
despite
double down.
all of the queens.
And he's gonna double down right now with another Stargate. Are we gonna see a rush into Fleet Beacon? That some people actually kind of throw around in threads. Yo, what if Protoss rush into Fleet Beacon? Sky Toss.
And another 4 workers go down. The Oracle getting some nice damage done. It does eventually get picked off by the queens though. But, you know, all up 7 worker kills for that Oracle. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Ain't bad.
Ooh, it does manage to save that Overlord. Nice. Nicely done.
Fuses are pretty good. Will be that +1 into air weapons. But if you're gonna go for air weapons, you're not gonna stick on Phoenixes for too long.
That's a lot of Phoenixes.
That is a lot of Phoenixes,
was he watching Weebit versus Vivid? Like, Jesus Christ.
I was thinking, was he watching that Nation Wars game that actually only exists in memory now?
Does get a queen, but loses a Phoenix for it as well. Is gonna get another, but I don't know if he's.
I mean, with
every snowball though.
Yeah, with every queen that B-Stork is able to take out, that's putting a hard cap on Demi's anti-air.
Yeah, he's gonna get every single queen. What is that, 4 or 5 queens? Like, oh my god.
But while doing that, Demi has decided to just go straight for it. There's only 1 adept right now, and no shield batteries in that wall. And his third completely... Nope, never mind. There's also an adept and a shield battery.
Yeah, he should be okay against Lings, but if a Roach Push did come out, it could do fairly well. There are Void Rays on the way, though.
Ooh, what now? Alright, I mean... Yeah, they're good against Roaches, right?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Ain't bad. Well, we did say that B-Stork isn't going to stick on Phoenixes forever, but I'm still a little bit surprised that Void Rays were what he was going to go for. Is now getting the Fleet Beacon. I think B-Stork might have taken a page out of Dowley's book, and will just go straight for Flux Veins.
I imagine he just got the Void Rays, like, for safety, like, for defense against Roaches, in case a Roach Push did come. But yeah, he is looking to just transition out into Tempest or Carriers or something, I'm not too sure.
Probably Carriers. Well, yeah, he is banking quite a bit for that Carrier army, although in saying that, Tempest also are pretty expensive, but Carriers are more so.
Yeah,
building nothing but actually getting some gateways now.
And Demi finally taking into some anti-air. He's getting a Hydra Den, so we're going to see some Roach Hydra coming out of Demi.
Good old days of Heart of the Swarm / Wings of Liberty.
Yeah,
Carriers are coming out.
And yeah, it is going to be Carriers. This is interesting. I don't think I've seen Demi play against Carriers in GPO. I don't think Protoss has ever gone that route.
Well, during GPO, it was also the meta where Protoss were trying to kill Zerg players before they could get into their late game transition.
Yeah, like 2 base like Immortal Wall-ins or like Sentry Immortal pushes or like Archon Charge Lot.
The turn's half tabled.
What?
Turns half table, as they say.
Yeah, as they say. That sport positioning did catch out quite a few Phoenixes. And
It
you know,
did,
with
but
spores already out on the map, like I don't know how
That
well these
is-
carriers are gonna end up doing.
That is Flux Veins that Beastork is researching.
What's that? What does that upgrade do?
It
Is that-
makes
is that
Void
for Void
Rays
Rays?
fast, yeah. It makes Void Rays go fast.
Okay, 2 Void Ray hit
Void
squad.
Ways.
Okay, Void Ways.
Well, an idea that has been thrown around a little bit is to get about, say, 4 or 5 Void Rays and use them to snipe fresh bases if you ever find an opening.
I feel like that's like a late game like upgrade
Yeah.
though, right? Like
Well,
I don't know how useful it's gonna be right now.
or maybe Beastork is thinking in terms of defense. If he needs to go from his natural to his force, let's say, then he needs those Void Rays to be as fast as they can be. Or he can just do this with his Phoenixes and keep Demi's army back.
Yeah, being, you know, a little bit aggressive, a little bit careless even with these, you know, losing a couple more Phoenixes here and there, taking a lot of spore hits. Oh, this is another one. But yeah, he's just continuing to pump out more and more carriers. This is gonna get pretty scary. Like,
Definitely will. He's just starting to approach that critical mass.
yeah, like
Just wait for the mothership.
important to note, you know, Demi is going for Infestors, but they do not have Infested Terran anymore. So they
It is
aren't.
accurate.
Oh, but they do have
considering-
that cloud upgrade for the Hydras though.
That it
Upgrade
does.
the spell even.
Yeah, it's cloud spell. But you still need to upgrade that from the hive. But if you get a lot of infestors out, how many carriers is this? Never mind, that's a lot of carriers.
It's a lot of carry.
Not gonna neural them all. Never mind.
It's true. He could be going for the neural. That is true. He is getting burrow as well, which could help with that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're missing something. There it is. There's the mothership. It's on its way.
Yeah, the pizza ship.
Beautiful. Oh
Going.
my god, there's so many spores on the way.
Look, man, if you need anti-air,
Yeah,
May as well.
It's true. Oh, he gets
accurate
fungled
does
as
get
well.
a fungal. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot of these infestors still have a lot of energy. Void Rays are focusing on the Hydras, which I would argue is not what they want to be focusing on right
Yeah,
now.
and hero reinforcing carriers as well. The Hydras,
Infestors, though, they're starting to run out of energy.
Yeah, they don't have that many fungals
But that's
left.
a lot of spores.
Yeah.
And now he needs to rebuild these interceptors, and Demi absolutely cannot risk a neural parasite. He doesn't quite know if Demi has it or not, but he just can't risk it. Not without the mothership there.
Yeah. Oh my god, still more and more spores coming down. Demi, you know, this is hard because if this like fight keeps going longer and longer, like those infestors are going to start running out of energy, and then they're just going to be like dead weight, you know. So he has to be conservative with them when he wants to fungal.
Counterpoint to that, though, is that if this fight keeps going on and Beastork isn't careful, he's gonna run out of money. These
Sure,
interceptors are
that's very true.
starting to just fall like flies as they go into this. Look at how many spawns there are here, and he's making more!
I mean, that's like, if you want anti-air, go for spores, man. Like, that's the best anti-air you can have, I'm sorry.
Yeah?
Hydras, corruptors, nah, man, you need spores, alright? That's what you need.
Think about it. If you think
It's a
about
sad
it,
truth.
spores don't cost supply, so... Alright, getting a couple of these High Templar as well. Gonna see if Beastork can really nail these feet max.
Oh, you say that, but he is researching Storm as well. Like, Storms on this Hydra army is gonna do so well.
That indeed it will. As time goes on, I just get more and more worried for Beastork, I gotta say, but he's still in a great position. He is getting his expansions up, he's getting more and more of an economy, and he's just basically doing gunboat diplomacy, essentially. Running around with his golden armada, just being threatening, keeping Demi worried, really.
Yeah, keeping him contained really as well. Well, it does look like he's trying to push in, trying to shave a couple of these spores off.
Yep, they do. These Void Rays will manage
Oh,
to
the
do a
feedbacks.
lot of them. There are a lot of feedbacks on these infestors, but a lot of them still have a lot of energy. These storms, though, are gonna zone them out. And a lot of these Templar, they were fungal, but more feedback does come in. Carrier gets Neuraled, and Microbial Shroud with the Hydras under there are gonna drive the Golden Armada away.
Yeah, and there aren't many interceptors left. Like, they're all gonna go down to these Corruptors. Like, Demi's just chasing the army down.
And what other anti-air is there other than what's already in the air?
Yeah, like he's trying to get Archons out, but there's just one really against this army. Like, he does manage to push it away though.
Wow, Demi has lost a lot more. Demi? No, Beastork has lost not that much more, about 300 minerals more, 2,000 plus gas more, but that's also, you gotta remember that it takes a lot of time to build up that Skytoss army.
Exactly, that's the issue. That's the issue with like losing high-tech units like this as Protoss. Like, it takes a long time, and that supply difference, like, it's gonna take a while to close that gap again.
He's sort of trying to get something done here with a couple of run-bys, but he just get caught out. Demi, he's got eyes on the back of his shark.
What? Back of his head. He is the shark.
He is the shark. No, wait. Wait, what did I say?
You said eyes on the back of his shark. I'm like, what?
I thought I said... what I meant to say was, he's got eyes on the back of his head like a shark.
God damn it. You like skipped half of his words. Oh, God.
Well, Beastork is still greedily expanding, I would say. So he could try to outmine Demi if
you
Demi
say
gets
greedily.
time.
I feel like Demi hasn't expanded enough. He is now taking that northern base finally, but it's been a while. Like, I feel like he should have taken it a longer time ago.
I will agree with you. There, the fungals go down, and the feedbacks are nowhere near to get this nice storm on top of the Corruptors.
The infestors are falling. Like, he lost half of his infestors in that fight, and he wasn't fighting with the spores.
It is accurate. Storms once again doing a fantastic job of zoning. But now Demi is fighting with the spores, but the spores are starting to go down. The storms are continuing to zone out these infestors and get a couple of these corruptors, but the neurals.
The feedbacks. Yeah, he does neural a couple of them, but they're running out of energy as well. The neurals are going to run out, but he has no more interceptors.
Too much Hydras here. Archons fall just as they pop and be forced to recall.
I don't know about this. Saves too.
Does, but not for long, I would say. Is it the best location or the most defensible location for a base?
Yeah, there's no shield batteries here, just cannons, so it's not as like defensible as it could be.
Beastork has been reset once again. Now these Root Lords are out, and I don't know, man. I don't see Beastork covering from this.
Yeah, I do like that he's pulling all of his workers away. Like, this is a good call. Like, he cannot defend this base, so it's fine. You know, just take a step back. You know, send all your workers to the northern base instead, which is a good move. But yeah, there are just so many Hydras here. Like, Beastork he needs more High Templar. He needs more Storm, really.
Yeah, he needs some more of anything, really. Like, okay, maybe not now that the Brute Lords are out, but would you imagine just this gateway switch into mass charge lip, let's say?
Mass charge, maybe.
I don't think Beastork has built up his economy to get there yet, but if he, you know, if he did that earlier or transitioned earlier, then maybe that would have been something.
Maybe. I feel like there was probably something missing in Beastork's army composition.
Was it Tempest?
Potentially.
Because he's now getting Tempest.
Not too sure, but I feel like it was lacking in some way. He was trading fairly well, but just pushing down into all of those spores was kind of his undoing. He is still in it though. Like, Demi's army is fairly slow, and you know, he hasn't been like aggressive on the other side of the map or anything.
That he has not. These shrouds are starting to go down.
Ooh.
Bungle
Nice
onto the High Templar will keep making them more fragile, I would say. I think That's a Dark Shrine being made for Beastork.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean,
if he can afford it, you know,
I mean,
get some
considering
harassing
how many
DTs out there.
considering how many spores are out, though.
Oh, the fungals though.
Was a money fungal, and the storms are coming down. A lot of these units are clumped up. These Brute Lords do take quite a bit of a beating, but the recall is gonna actually leave some of these units as sitting ducks. Beastork now harassing with chargelets, trying to keep Demi back, but I think Demi, yeah, he split his army up, so now he's gonna focus. He's gonna send his Hydras back to defend.
They're exposed. He's gonna get most of the infestors. He gets the feedbacks off. Oh, and 24 workers go down. There's a zealot run by happening in the south side of the map.
And it's brought all of Demi's Hydras back.
Yeah.
Beastork has bought himself quite a bit of time here.
Yeah, this lets Beastork jump on top of the main army, on top of the Broodlords.
That he does. Tempest do manage to get them out, starting to shave away off the spores once again. And there's not a lot of corruptors left here. A lot of these infestors are still trying to recharge their energy.
The Hydras are here.
The Hydras are here, but the storms are here too.
Oh, but he splits
the Templar are out of energy.
Yeah, they don't have any more energy.
Forced to become... Yeah, I think this might just be enough for Demi then.
To push back. It looks like Beastork, he's committing a little bit too much to this fight. He is trying to retreat back to the shield batteries.
And I think this might just be a bit too much from Demi. Beastork to really handle.
He doesn't have enough energy
shield
for any more
batteries, does have some cannons. It will morph a lot of chargeless here to clear out the, or try to buffer against these Hydras. But while that's happening, the Corruptors are starting to take out the Golden Armada. I think this is it.
Yeah, he killed the Skytoss army. He's pushing into the base. There's infestors here as well. Like, I don't know how Beastork's gonna survive this. He is making a couple more carriers and Void Rays, but especially with the reinforcing Hydras, I don't know.
I don't know, Kev. I think this might... Again, Beastork has went down a very, very time-consuming and expensive army composition or tech path. So now that he's down a base, he's gotten a lot of his workers taken out, and the army is pouncing on him. I just don't see Beastork covering.
Yeah. Especially with these corruptors on top of the production, you know, sniping Void Rays and carriers as they pull back the Stargates. GG gets called.
That's what you might call a big oof.
Yeah, Demi takes game number 1. Damn. Yeah, like Beastork playing pretty well that game. Like there were a lot of moments.
That was a good tactic. Or a good strat.
rushing carriers, yeah.
And he had Demi up against the ropes for quite a while. I think if Beastork continued to contain Demi instead of trying to break him, would have gone quite a bit better.
Yeah, I think part of it.
Yeah.
I think part of it came down to there was that last engagement where all the Hydras were in the south of the map, and like Beastork, he saw that opportunity. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take this," and he goes in and he kills a bunch of infestors and broodlords. But he overextended a little bit because you know that's when the Hydras came back, and then that's when Beastork was caught a little bit out of position. Up until that point, like he was looking pretty good.
Maybe if he got the High Templar earlier, he would have been able to zone out. Because if we go back to the first fight, when it was the Skytoss versus the Hydra Infestor, Demi's army basically had free reign because Beastork had no zoning potential there. So if he had the High Templar sooner, or he was a bit more patient and waited for the High Templar, I think that fight would have gone a completely different way.
Yeah, I do feel like it took him a little bit too long to get High Templar and Storm in general. Like he just wasn't trading that well with the carriers, especially with all the Hydras. Like they just kept killing all the Interceptors.
Yeah, it did. All right, Beastork is telling us that Nightshade will be our next map.
Yep. I am making the lobby.
La lobby. Roberto. I'm so glad it's not Simulacrum. I don't know what it is, man, but this isn't the LE version.
Oh, never mind. I typed in Nightshade and that was the first one. Weird.
Yeah, you gotta wait for that was it logo to pop up.
Yeah.
Doom doom doom.
There we go.
Doom 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 doom. Alright, Vivid is there. He's in the finals. He's waiting. Will he face his brother the shark, or will he face his brother from another mother, the stork?
I was wondering where you're going to go with that, but all right, yeah, sure. I'm a little bit concerned though, because I feel like if B-Stork was going to take a game off of Demi, like that was probably it. I don't see that Stargate like style happening.
Working yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we'll see what B-Stork has up his sleeve. Gotta imagine that basically anybody who's become a regular of the GPO will usually tend to prep specifically against Demi. Or they'll try to have something to prep against Demi. Biostork. Is that when Stork switches to Terran? And
Oh,
just
it's a
plays
Terran.
Bio?
Oh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Did Stork do too much in SC2? He played in Pro League, didn't he?
Yeah, he was he was pretty prominent in SC2, yeah. Korean scene and in Pro League. As he was the coach as well of Samsung. Oh, not coach, he was eventually he became the coach of Samsung Galaxy.
I mean, initially he was a bit of an ace, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a player and then he transitioned.
Yeah, he did stuff.
Yeah.
And speaking of stuff, here we have it on Nightshade. LE! LE, of course, stands for Litmus Energy. Litmus Energy. That's when you go somewhere and you can immediately tell, oh yeah, I'm gonna change according to the chemical makeup of what is around me, or won't change. Wait, how does litmus paper? I did not pass chemistry.
It lets you know the acidity levels.
There we go. Yeah, so really, your skin can be used as litmus because you can like touch something and feel like, oh, that's acidic, or touch it and be like, oh, that's not acidic.
No, I don't think that's how
Cut out
skin
the
works.
middleman. Cut out the middleman. Yeah, I mean, you know, your sense of touch, your sense of feeling.
Yeah, I mean, really, litmus paper, it's a scam, really. You could just use your finger. You know? Yeah.
Just, you know, don't be afraid. People tell you, oh, well, why would I touch acid? It's like, you know, why would I do that? Is it not safe? It can be safe.
Well, I mean, if you're saying that, does that mean, do you want to kill the planet? Do you want to chop down trees and make more litmus paper? Is that what you're saying? Are you part of the problem?
There we go. You can't test for acid rain when you cause more acid rain.
Yeah?
Something about the trees, they absorb something. I did not pass that other thing.
Hashtag woke.
Woke. And speaking of woke, he's definitely pulling out all the stops here today. We have the Pink Protoss, the number one player from Hong Kong today. Mio Micah, unfortunately, not gonna be keeping that title until next week, or he can try for that title again next week if he so chooses. It's me, Stork. And the other players, Demi.
It was like shit going down, the players going back and forth, Demi like pulling jurs and all that stuff. Like talking about fucking litmus paper. We talk about what's important.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
In our StarCraft casts. Okay.
Hashtag woke.
What is more important? What is more important than the environment? Beastore cannon rushing, that's what.
Yeah, there we go. And gonna be going all in here as well. Gonna go for that Robo Contain variation of the Cannon Rush. I'm not sure if that Immortal's gonna be out in time though.
It does look like that high ground pylon does get taken out, so, you know, Demi, he's free to just wail away on these cannons from the high ground without, like, any issues. And it's... Oh, but with the Shade, though, he will get vision.
That he will start to take out this Queen, the Immortal here with backup as well. Another cannon gonna be here to provide some extra firepower. Spire? No, Spine is down. And now
the Spine goes down, the Queen goes down. Like, there's a couple of Ravagers, but this is
gonna have to be super careful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to be super careful. This Immortal is pretty much the boss right now.
Yeah, he's getting real ballsy with this Immortal. He's going deep.
He does have to be very careful though, as that's his only source of high vision. Oh, gets the shield battery in the end.
Jesus Christ, Beastlork, what are you doing? Calm down with your Immortal. Oh my god.
Slow down a little, brother.
Yeah, he's gonna be so careful with it now. Like, it's got a slither of health left. Oh my god.
War Prison though, there's so much micro potential. One cannon does go down, but another Ravager has to pay the price for that. These Ravagers are super low. And
and there's a second Immortal on the way as well, so, you know, it isn't just going to be this one, like, constantly being microed. It's going to get worse for Demi.
Yeah, I think Beastork actually might take it now with the second Immortal out.
Maybe.
He's doing such a good job of keeping
micro. Oh my god.
Microing very well, and he's doing such a good job of keeping this War Prism alive.
It does get a cannon, but it's all about these Immortals at the end of the day.
Yep, he gets a cannon, but he loses a Ravager.
Yeah.
And the War Prism is still alive. There is no anti-air other than its Queen.
Hey, this might be it. Like, we'll see. The Queens are trying to focus down the War Prism.
Beastork is starting to focus down the Queens as well, though. Another Ravager goes down, and each time this happens...
Another Immortal, though.
Yep, one Queen goes down, two Queens go down, and I think that's the beginning of the end here for Demi.
With 3 Immortals and a War Prism.
Yeah.
Well,
did I hear that?
You know what?
GG. Beastork back at it.
Yeah, tying up the series.
Sideways 1-1. I think Demi's having a little bit of a rough day here. Dropped a map to Azure and now dropping a map to Beastork. I think he's gonna go into his final form. He's gonna go deep into the archives of knowledge. Say, oh no. Oh no. Simulacrum is going to be our next map, Light, and we keep your fingers crossed that an unexpected error does not occur anymore. Just, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be unexpected if you half expected. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Hope that not too much comes of it. Are you making a lobby? Or?
Yes.
Alright. And this should be on the Singapore server. I'm just enjoying the keyboard ASMR. I can't speak. Just, you gotta feel the tingles. I've never felt tingles, but you gotta feel it, man. Seal Molt bring up a pretty good point. Do storks lay eggs, or does another stork deliver the babies for him? Asking the important bits. Age-old mystery. Alright, keeping my fingers crossed. Hope that the game doesn't decide, you know what? No, not you. You know what? No, we don't like. No, just get out, close the client. I should probably actually Google that after the cast is over. If that's like an issue that people are having. Because that's been known to happen in the past, certain maps having a bit of a, and by in the past, I mean like 3 weeks ago, when the new patch just went live. I tend to, I'm not sure, did we ever discover what the problem of that was? It was like a different client thing, wasn't it?
For different client for.
Is it like yeah, two when you load up into the game, the two players could have a different client, and it would just boot one of them from the game. Because they couldn't process that.
Right, I did not know that.
Yeah, I think it had something to do with the localization files.
Oh, right, yeah, that was that bug. Yeah, okay, now I know what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah.
Although, yeah, if it was that bug, then it would have kicked me immediately from start. So, just fingers crossed, hoping that I won't have to rely on Light's radio casting. But if we do, Light, how confident are you in being a correspondent?
Yeah, sure, I can do it. I mean, hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Yeah,
but
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Only happens with Simulac rum.
And just for clarification, I was messaging Demi before, just then,
right.
For his language on stream.
Right.
Yeah, like especially on a broadcast and stuff like that. Like, I understand getting frustrated about balance and stuff, but especially like, you know, cooling, you know, taking it a bit further, like involving a player, like, you know, it's not necessarily something that we want, you know, here, like not just on the broadcast, but in the tournament in general, you know. Yeah. But anyway, moving on. Like Donkey Kong. Because I forgot to switch scenes, and also because an unexpected fatal error has occurred. Thanks, Blizz. Really?
Yep. Well.
Nice.
Hashtag only Simulac rum. Alright, so we're going to go into the radio cast.
Yeah. I suppose we will.
Coming to chapter capture in the sky, coming into weather.
Just waiting for Yaku to finish timing out, and then the game will continue.
What is that? It's not disconnected. Why is that a thing? Alright, while you do that, I shall Google if this is an actual issue that people are having.
Yep. So,
should we veto the map just for the rest of the tournament? I mean, it's really not fair. No, I mean, because have you not been paying attention?
Oh, have you had this issue?
Like,
have you had this issue every single time?
Yeah, it's literally just this map.
Have you not been able to get into it, period, or is it every now and then?
Every time we load into Simulac rum, after a couple of minutes, or even then, just a couple of seconds, it just kicks me. And it doesn't happen on any other map.
And has that happened, like, consistently?
Yeah.
Like, there's been no time where
yeah. We've had it twice. Well, we've had it 3 times, and it's kicked me those 3 times.
Did you restart your client?
Yeah, because it kicks me from the game itself.
Yeah.
It closes my client.
I'm asking because the players agreed to regame. Do you want to try hosting the lobby in case? I don't know if that'll help.
That might help.
Yep.
We'll see what it is. Safe mode, please use the display driver uninstaller to remove your currently installed graphics driver. Alright, so one thing is being said that it could be a driver issue. Unexpected fatal error. Windows 10 is not supported. I see.
Okay. Something we're gonna have to look into. Have you like? Does that even happen when you ladder? Like,
No.
Have you tried?
But then again, I don't think I played on Simulacrum earlier when I was laddering. Okay. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Let's hope you hosting the lobby changes something, maybe. We will see. But yeah. We will see how this series ends, getting into game number 3 between these two players. Beastork is ready.
Beastork is ready. Now we're
Come on,
see if
Demi.
Demi is ready.
Here we go.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Everyone cross your Ethernet cables. Hope and pray for Yaku's client.
Switch the scene early. I will not have to alt-tab. I don't really want to veto the map because it's not really fair to players if
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here we have it tied up sideways 1-1. It's hard to use a mouse when your fingers are crossed. In the bottom right hand corner of the map, starting in the bottom right hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg, currently representing on Simulacrum LE. Simulacrum, of course, being what you give to baby pirates. LE, of course, standing for lightning energy. I think I've used that before. Can I think of something else quick? Time me in like 10 seconds. Lightning 11. Lightning 11. There we go. I thought of 10 and then 11 was the next thing that popped up. Lightning 11! That is the sequel to Ocean's 11. But instead of ocean, it's lightning. What would that entail? Instead of robbing a casino, they rob a nuclear energy plant, maybe? Because lightning is like... No, wait. Wait. No, it would be a Final Fantasy thing, wouldn't it?
It's actually Flash robbing a bank.
There we go.
There you go.
In the bottom right corner of the map, starting in the bottom right corner of the map, we have the Reds playing for India, representing OSE Elite, but currently teamless. The 13-time, count it, 13 consecutive GPO champion. Now, can he make his 14th? It's going to be this opponent standing in the way. Just one map that he has to win to come into the finals, and then from there he'll have to win 3 maps, but if not, then you know, could be not. An unexpected fatal error has occurred. Okay, you know what, when we resumed from replay earlier, I didn't get that issue. So we might... So maybe that might be a way to do it.
Are you sure, or do we just want to continue?
We could, if you want to radio cast it.
Yeah, I don't.
Alright.
I don't want to bother the players too much.
Yeah. Alright, then we'll continue. Special correspondent Light VIP, how is the update?
Well, you are just now timing out of the game.
There
I
we
will
go.
have you know. And yeah, the game is continuing. All right, Gaku,
Alright. Light.
do you want to finish the intro?
We have the Red Protoss playing for India, currently teamless but representing OSC Elite. We have Demi. And in the top left hand corner of the map, starting in the top left hand corner of the map, we have the Pink Protoss representing Hong Kong and currently teamless. We have the currently #1 player from Hong Kong. Gonna be looking to make his second or third GPL finals, I believe. Second or third. Something around that ballpark. And all that stands in his way is one map and his opponent right in front of him. We have the Pink Protoss. We have B-Stork. And going on
Nice.
to War Special Correspondent Light VIP. Light, how is it over going down there in the simulacrum?
So, unlike game number 2, you know, we don't have anything too cheesy. We don't have any proxies happening. No cannon rush. It's been fairly like standard openings from both of these players. Looks like B-Stork is going for a fairly fast Robo Bay, all things considered. Potentially for a Warp Prism pressure. We'll yet to see, as it is currently being made. But Demi did get a Ling into the main and does scout all of the tech in B-Stork's main base.
That's
as well
an
as a
oof.
Dark Shrine.
That's an oof. That got scouted.
Yeah. Demi asking for a pause as he is lagging currently.
I don't even need to be around for it.
Exactly. But yeah, B-Stork threw down a Dark Shrine and immediately scouted by Demi. Rough. So that means, you know, it looks like he was going for an Archon drop, or that's like his current plan. Especially like, you know, sometimes you have Protoss players who try and deal some damage with DTs first and then turn them into Archons, but since this was scouted so early, I can't imagine that's going to happen. You know, I'm sure Demi's going to take the precautions he needs.
That I agree with. He's probably going to go for a precautionary type stance. Now with his... What is the tech that Demi is going for?
So the game has just now resumed, and he is going for roaches. And he immediately starts making a lair as well. So, you know, kind of like a Kugaracha build. You know, three bases, Roach Warren, you know, lair. No Evo chambers or anything like that yet.
There we go. It's one way of taking out a Protoss player.
Yeah.
It's going for a Dark Shrine.
And again, unlike any of the previous games, you know, B-Stork, he isn't going for Stargate or anything like that. He is doing a, you know, relatively unique build to anything he's done so far in this series. Which, you know, it's quite nice. Shows his variety, right? What he's willing to do. I'm not sure how well this is going to do against Demi, though. I imagine Demi's more comfortable against this. Especially, like, from what we've seen of Demi in general. But we will see. We'll see. And yeah, Demi, you know, he's getting spores at each of his bases, making sure, you know, he has good DT defense. B-Stork is coming in with Adepts, trying to scout Demi's base, trying to see what tech he has. He does spot the Roach Warren. He does spot roaches out as well that are currently harassing his bases. Oh, and he goes for the DT drop, and he manages to get a couple of roaches, as well as 2 drones, which is quite nice.
That indeed it is. Vivid is offering a suggestion. If you shared screen somehow?
I can share screens in Can I share? Can I
Through
stream?
Discord. Could be
Yes.
possible. We'll have to find out a way to get the Windows source, but that could be a way to do it.
Yes, I'm
Are
streaming. I think
currently
this is my
live.
second,
Your
or-
yeah, you're a little robot.
This did happen last time. But can you see?
I can. You are kind of. Oh, no, it is buffering a lot.
Okay. Never mind. I'll just. There we go. If I had better internet, then potentially, but as it stands with Australian internet, it's a tough ask to try and get that to work, unfortunately. But Beastork, you know, he is, you know, doing some damage with his Archons. Does get another couple of drones, you know, doing some harass with it. Demi, you know, despite taking that damage, he's up 20 workers, so Demi does have 72 to Beastork's 53. So he's
It's
doing
a
fairly
little bit
well.
of a difference.
Yeah, he's doing fairly well in his defense, but you know, right now it is on Beastork to try and deal some drone damage at the moment. And do what he can with these Archons and this War Prism, managing to get an Overlord here and there where he can. And Demi once again sending in a scout into Beastork's main base to see what is going on. And mate, guess what's coming out? You know what's coming out. What's Demi doing?
The Muta switch coming out from Demi.
Yep, Mutas, the Spire is down. 7 Mutas are on the way. Mate, this is what we know. This is what we love from Demi. Whether it's a ZVZ or a ZVP, yeah, eventually we're going to see Mutas. So Mutas are being sent across the map to harass, but at the same time, there is a Archon Immortal force that is pushing across the map, trying to hit Demi's third. He is meeting it with his Roach Ravager, trying to keep it at bay. Ooh, does manage to snipe off an Archon and push Beastork back.
Not quite good. What are the numbers looking like for this Roach Ravager army?
It's looking fairly good, to be honest, especially because Beastork is forced to warp in reinforcements at home to defend against the Mutas, and Beastork, he's pushing in, he's getting his force fields down, except he's losing all of his buffer. He just has 4 Immortals and 2 Archons. There is nothing else, and the Archons are going down. The Immortals are getting pounced upon with the Roach Ravager. There is a warp in of Zealots, which are protecting them, but the Biles hit 2 of the Immortals.
The beginning of the end.
There are 2 Immortals left, and there are still 5 Ravagers and a wave of reinforcing Roaches as well. At the same time, 30 workers went down to the Mutas. Oh my god. And the Mutas are still alive. They're still going around. They're doing damage. There are Stalkers trying to fend them off, but he doesn't even have Blink, so he's struggling as the Mutas keep going in between the bases. The main army was pushed back. You know, Demi's at home with 71 workers, Beastork with 28. Mate.
That's a bit of an oof.
Yeah, like, this would have been okay if the Mutas didn't deal so much damage while the attack was happening. Again, like, Beastork, he tried defending against the Mutas. He was warping in Stalkers at home, but that also meant that his push was weaker, right? Because those warp-ins weren't happening at the front line.
Yeah. Now, I think Beastork might just be at the worst of both worlds right now.
Yeah, exactly. He does have a couple of sentries, so he is force fielding Demi's army away to stop him from getting up the ramp, but with Ravagers, he does bile them down. He is pushing in. The 3 Immortals go down, and GG is called.
Woo!
Demi takes the series 2-1.
Keep not gonna be deterred. This shark eats the stork. And there we have it. Demi versus Vivid is gonna be your finals for the evening.
Yeah, a ZVZ of all things.
Nobody could have expected that.
Yeah. I mean, we had like quite a few strong Protosses today. We had Azure, we had Beastlork, Weebu, but yeah,
In the end,
have
had to go back to basics.
for sure.